telling you a little more about push hands first. Okay, so starting with the basic push hands. The basic push hands are good for students of all levels. You know, sometimes people say you have to wait, but I always tell students you can start anytime, as long as you're trying to work on the energy. You know, in the beginning, maybe it's not early to push too hard or try to push too much. But if you're just working on the energy and working on the circles, it actually helps your Tai Chi. So in the beginning, concentrate on the softness. You know, it's about two persons working together, feeling each other's energy, and flow together, listening. Yeah, so that will help you develop sensitivity, feeling the opponent's energy. You can apply this in the forms too. So once you can feel the opponent's energy, you're actually feeling your own energy, right? So without your own energy, you don't feel your opponent's energy. Like if you fell asleep, if somebody touch you, you probably won't notice right away until you wake up a little and you start to feel it, right? So to feel the opponent's energy is very important. And the more advanced you go, the more important it is. So even for beginners, you know, if you practice push hands, your form will improve faster, and then your understanding will improve faster. So what you learn through push hands is more realistic. It's not like just a hollow shell of, you know, forms. You know, the form have to have something behind it, in it. So with push hands, this is really good for these things. Yeah, so for beginners, you know, just practice circles, maybe some energy testing, maybe just like applying energy. Let's say if you have one person push and the other person just feel the energy. One, you know, people always have to talk about neutralizing, but you have to know how to meet the energy. That's one thing I was gonna show doing this workshop. If I had a partner, is to have somebody push on me. So meeting the energy means when somebody push on you, not moving away immediately. Yeah, so you gotta feel the energy, let them push before you do something. Yeah, sometimes a lot of time people's reaction is too quick. When you're too quick, you're not reading the energy as well, or you're not letting the other person commit into what they're doing. So what I like to do is I wait for their energy and have them use more. If you have the correct energy, they're actually wasting energy. So it's good for you if they're wasting energy. So that's, you know, some kind of simple drills like that is something you can also work on as a beginner or when you first start push hands, you know. But most importantly, you know, just the circles, the simple circles. You know, in our style, we have now 3 simple circles to start with. The normal circle is just people practice it this way, mainly at chest level, right? And then people do it freely, so then it opens up. But the basic circle is just a circle here at chest level. So I also created the circle upwards, which we worked on in Austin. So the circle up is a different circle. It moves the body differently. It really focuses on the shoulder and back, the up and down motion, right? The side to side, you just turning this way. The back turns this way, right? The back turns this way. But the up and down circle, the back is opening up and coming down. I call this circle like a rainbow. So the body expands and come back to the center position, which means straight, right? So you open your chest, you're moving more upper part of the upper body. Yeah. And also we have the lower circle, which we're kind of using like a push down and roll back, right? So this one is just more level. This one's more pushing down. Yeah. So this one's sinking. you focus is more on the waist and the lower part of the upper body, right? So when somebody push on you, sometimes they're trying to, even though their hand may be at chest level, but they may be pushing low. So as you push below, it's easiest to always go with them, right? And when you go with them, you have to start to pull. And when you come down, your energy had to come down with it. Yeah, again, this is all the same in the form. A lot of times when people apply energy, they're just applying the arm here. You see how the body is up? You know, if my body is like this, I'm not that strong here. But if I relax my body, see, I'm putting my energy and also just my turn. You saw what happened here when I relax. Yeah, my body is turning, and I'm putting my weight into the palm here or the wrist. Yeah, so that gives it a lot of power. So all the different circles is making the body doing different things, right? Here like this or like this other circle is going down. Yeah, so you can see as I rotate my body like this in real push hands, if you just keep moving, kind of feel the opponent's energy and keep moving, it's very hard for them to push you because you don't have a steady target. You know, one of the biggest mistakes, you know, some people are very strong, so even if they don't move, it's hard to push, but you have to be very strong, you know, but push hands should be for everybody, so everybody can have their own strategy and should work. So one of the things is your body is constantly moving, like people who stand on a raft doesn't have a stable footing, it's very hard to balance. So when they push on your body, constantly have small movements, feeling their energy, a lot of it's absorbing too as they push. If your body is not hard, right, like they're pushing into foam or something, the body should have a natural give also. Yeah, so these movements are very effective. Yeah, so for beginners, take your time, invest in the long term, you know, not short term. People like to push right away because if you start pushing, you see, you know, you can push people. So the result is more clear in the beginning, but, you know, you don't really develop the Tai Chi energy, the right push hand energy. That's the problem I've seen in the modern days, this days. There's not enough people with good Tai Chi, good push hands energy. Yeah, a lot of people are pretty good in push hands. Some are excellent, very, very good. But you know, if you practice many hours a week in push hands, if you have some physical talent and the physique, it's not that hard to be better than most people, let's say. Yeah, but to really have the Tai Chi energy, I mean, after all, we practice Tai Chi, right? So we have to learn the Tai Chi energy, and also when we learn it, we have to keep it and pass it on. Otherwise, Tai Chi is lost, right? So it might become just like a other thing where it's just more physical. All the internal details, things are lost, right? So it's important to be patient in the beginning and just practice circles. You know, when you practice the circles, what I sometimes see is people lose their focus because, you know, let's say if you're just doing this one here, after a while, you know, it's the same circle. What are we doing here? People start to look around, start to talk, maybe think about what to eat or other things, right? So if you thinking like that, it's hard. You know, you're still good, better than not practicing, but maybe it's just half, right? The concentration, the mental part, is a big part of it. Yeah, so doesn't matter like if you do circles for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 hour. The goal is to stay focused every second. Yeah, or when you do other circles or other practice, it should be the same philosophy. always stay focused, because there's a saying in Chinese, I'm not afraid of many pushes. Because if you know somebody's gonna push you every time. Let's say every time I'm gonna go forward, I'm gonna push you, you know it's coming. You can prepare, you can deflect, so it makes it a lot easier, even if they push 1,000 times, right? So you know every time's real. But what's dangerous is if I'm gonna push 1,000 times, only one of them is gonna be real. So that's the kind of attitude you have to have when you do push hands, whether it's just playing or doing the fixed circles. You have to think that any second that the opponent is going to push you. Yeah, so you have to be ready all the time. So that's the mental part. That's the most difficult part, because once you stand there, you're making the circles, you're moving, your body will get the exercise. You'll get some energy too after a while, even if you don't think your energy will get better. Yeah, but if you focus, you'll be a lot better. And so that's, for beginners. So don't think that you have to be like in the traditionally learn so many years before you can do push hands. When they say those push hands, it means more real push hands. In the beginning, you don't want to, again, use too much strength and learn mistakes. Yeah. So the beginning level, is a different level. Yeah. But the intermediate level practice, it should be focused more on the energy. Yeah. So when you focus on the energy, you can always practice real pushing a little bit, but there has to be a lot of time spent working on the energy. Yeah. So not just pushing. I know a lot of people like to get together with groups on the weekend and do a lot of pushing, which is great. Again, you need those kind of practice too. Okay? Everything is a different aspect, right? So without that, if you just work on the energy and circles, you're not used to pushing, so you won't be good either. So you have to work on those. But people, once they, let's say, go up, nobody want to come down. So once they start pushing, nobody want to do the one-hand circles anymore. So that's why it's good to start the beginners with the one-hand circles and not let them push, but start them early so they can practice the circles, and later they can practice the other things. Yeah. But in the intermediate level, you must work more on energy, structure. When I say energy, means everything, not just energy, the structure, understand the different energies, like how to use song, and how to use fullness, how to contract, how to turn, how to sink. Yeah. So that's very important. Yeah. So again, you can have drills to practice that, or even just pushing freely, but work together. If you work together with your partner or in class, you'll learn faster. Give the other person opportunity. Like most of the time when I push with the students, I'm not there to push them. So when I push them, I always slow down. I give them a chance to see if they know what to do on their own. And if they don't, I explain to them. I don't really like to throw people like you always see in the videos on YouTube. I use it as other than trying to make the teacher look good, and most of them it's not real anyway. So looking good, it's not really looking good. So